breaking news. Sarah Cheshire's pickleball tournament. What's the time change on that
Time
one?
changes to 9 a.m. now because no one wants to be in the heat at 3.
That's true. So 9 a.m. pickleball tournament. Check that out, Vibe Nutrition.
Yes, reach out to Sarah.
Sonnies, welcome to the show that is on in the afternoon. But all the cool kids, all the ones that know what's going on, we call it Afternoon Delight. That's right. I got my Sonny Honey Mel here, is making a very strong comeback on these Pop Culture Thunderdome quiz. We got the disco edition today. We're going to be talking all things disco music. And then, of course, we have the Boat Drinks Meme It or Leave It. Phenomenal boat drinks party over the weekend with the Dax and Dog.
My friend Kaylin Simmons Kaylin Clark, she took her baby Romy.
I know. Caitlin Clark, there's no relation to Brian? Any kind of lineage there?
No, that's her new married name.
Very interesting.
I still call her Kaylin Sims.
Then we're going to get into Addie's Reddit Rundown Report. We've got a very interesting request from an ex-wife to an ex-husband. We'll see where that goes. We're going to unpack it. We'll see. And then, of course, Mel sent over 3 incredible stories. They're stories, but we're going to see if they're newsworthy stories or not. We'll be the judge and the jury and let her know if it's news or not. And then, of course, we have Hey Girl, Hey Horrible Horoscopes. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini are on deck today, and we will get to that a little bit later. But let's get into Pop Culture Thunderdome, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do some pop culture disco music.
Let's dance for romance tonight.
Oh, I need you by me, beside me, to guide me, to hold me, to scold me. 'Cause when I'm bad, I'm so bad.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Mel, we hit that out of the park.
That was a good one.
We might have to do that for Snack Pack. All right.
Oh, yes. I love the discos.
Me too. Question number 1. True or false? The word disco comes from the French word discothèque, which originally meant a library of phonograph records.
True. And when I first read that, I read it's pornographic.
All right, question number 2, multiple guess. Which 1977 film starring John Travolta sent disco into a mainstream stratosphere? Was it Grease? Was it Saturday Night Fever? Was it Xanadu? Or was it Roller Boogie?
B, Saturday Night Fever.
Is there a movie called Roller Boogie?
I don't know.
Jungle Boogie. Question number 3, true or false? The famous anti-disco event, Disco Demolition Night, took place at a baseball stadium and ended in a full-blown riot.
I'm going to say true. People are crazy.
People are cray-cray, even back then. Question 4, multiple guess. Which artist is often crowned the queen of disco? Is it Diana Ross? Is it Donna Summer? Is it
Beep Beep,
Gloria Gaynor? Or is it Cher?
It's freaking Donna Summer.
I mean, question 5, true or false? The Bee Gees, who dominated the disco era, were actually brothers born in England and raised partly in Australia.
I don't know. Babe Thunderdome.
Baby Thunderdome quiz so Mel can get an answer right. Cha-cha-cha. All right. Question number 1, disco edition. Disco was a popular style of dance music in which decade? The 1970s or the 1770s?
1970s.
Perfect. Good job. 1770s. Could you imagine? Cher was still alive then. Just letting you know. Cher was
still alive.
Cheryl Lynn was still alive. Gotta love her. All right. Next up, question number 6, multiple guess. What legendary New York nightclub was the glittering epicenter of the disco culture in the 1970s? Was it the Copacabana? Was it the CBGBs? Or was it Studio 54? Or was it the Stonewall Inn?
C, Studio 54.
Question number 7, multiple guess. Gloria Gaynor's empowerment anthem, I Will Survive,
My mom's favorite karaoke song.
was originally as what? The lead single? Was it the B-side of another song? Was it a movie theme? Or was it a commercial jingle?
I think it's the B side of another song.
Okay.
I'm saying B.
Question number 8, true or false? The mirror ball or disco ball was invented in 1970 specifically for disco clubs.
True.
Okay. Question number 9, multiple guess. The group Chic, behind Le Freak and Good Times, featured which bassist whose iconic bass line was later sampled in one of the most major rap hits? Was it Bootsy Collins? Was it Bernard Edwards? Was it Nile Rodgers? Or was it Verdine White?
I think it's either A or C. I feel like I'm going to go with Nile.
Okay.
Go and see.
He also Madonna in her new album on the track Disco. She mentions Nile Rodgers in the song. It's kind of interesting. A little bit of trivia. Question number 10. Disco Terria. There it is. True or false? The Village People's members dressed as recognizable American types like a cop, construction worker, and a cowboy.
True.
Yes. Also very gay icons, and that's no secret. All right, let me get that answer, Kate.
Yes. Disco.
All right.
Ooh, with the fart noise.
It's just a movement. All right, Thunderdome answer. Here we go. The first one. Does disco mean discotheque?
True.
Yes, it does. It's a French word for record library, and it became to mean a club where DJs spun records instead of hosting live bands. Shorten it up, and you get disco, and a whole genre named after the place it was born. All right, where was Travolta's film that launched
Saturday
disco?
Night Fever.
Correct. Right. He wore the white suit and those disco moves. Turned disco into a global phenomenon. Its Bee Gees Pack soundtrack became one of the best-selling albums of all time. All right. Did Disco Demolition Night cause a riot?
True.
That is correct. July 1979. I wasn't born yet. A Chicago radio promotion invited fans to blow up disco records between games of a basketball doubleheader. The crowd stormed the field. The explosion tore up the turf, and the second game had to be canceled. It became a symbol of the disco backlash. That's stupid boy bullshit. All right, who is the queen of disco?
Oh my God, Donna Summer.
Correct. Donna Summer earned the crown with a smash after smash hit. She was a powerhouse vocalist and one defining voices of an entire era, racking up multiple Grammys and chart toppers. Oh, incredible woman.
Love her.
Rest in power, queen. Were the Bee Gees English born and Australian raised? I know you went Baby Thunderdome. But
I would guess true.
that is correct.
Okay.
The Gibb brothers, Barry, Robin, and Morris, were born on the Isle of Man. Isle of Man.
That's so funny.
Spent early years in England and grew up partly in Australia before conquering the world. Those unmistakable falsettos powered the disco age. I love a Bee Gees. What was the disco epicenter?
Studio 54.
God, I wish I could go. Yes. 54 in Manhattan was the glittering celebrity packed heart of disco nightlife, famous for its impossible door policy and over-the-top glamour. If you got in, you could dance your way into history. I'd have gotten in, honey. I would have gotten in. Yes, ma'am, and all ham. Next up, How I Will Survive, first release. What'd you say?
I said the B-side of another song.
Gosh darn it, you are correct. One of the greatest anthems ever recorded was originally the B-side, a throwaway flip side from another single. DJs and listeners flipped it over and fell in love and turned it into a #1 smash and an eternal empowerment anthem. Never underestimate the power of the B-side.
You know what I'm going to start calling people when they bother me? You're so B-side.
I know, but they could be a hit in the end of the day. I love that when that actually happens, and it's happened quite often in history. Next up, was the disco ball invented in the 1970s?
I said true, but I don't think it's true.
It is false. Mirror balls are way older. The spinning in ballrooms as far back as the 1890s. They were common in dance halls of the 1920s. Disco just made it world famous. That sparkle is over a century-year old. All right, next up, whose bass line got sampled in early rap?
I said C. Nile Rodgers.
And I would have said Nile Rodgers too.
It's Bootsy Collins.
It is Bernard Edwards. Chic's Bernard Edwards laid down the legendary Good Times bass line, which became the backbone of Rapper's Delight, one of the first hip-hop hits to break it big. His bandmate, Nile Rodgers, on the guitar, you're so close, became a superstar producer too. Obviously, we know him through Sire Records. Amazing Nile Rodgers. Next up, did the Village People dress as American types?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. The cop, the construction worker, the cowboy, the sailor, the biker, and the Native American
and the baker
character.
maker.
Each member was a recognizable costume in the group, became one of disco's most theatrical, enduring acts. How did you do?
The Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my! I got an 80.
Okay, it's a B, and you're free to go with me to Capybara. Yippee!
Oh wow!
Looking for your wild side with a gentle twist, Sonnies? Say hello to the Capybara Cafe, Florida's most unforgettable animal experience. Get up close and personal with capybaras, reptiles, and the cutest exotic creatures around, all while learning, laughing, and making a real impact. Every visit supports animal shelters, provides sustainability, and delivers educational magic for the whole fam. So don't just scroll, scurry over to thecapybaracafe.com and book your encounter now. the Capybara Cafe, where curiosity lives and your wild heart gets to roam. All right, now it's time to get into the Boat Drinks Meme It or Leave It segment here. This first one. Hey, how far is it too far to turn around after realizing you left your husband at the restaurant?
Oh my God, hilarious. That's funny.
Right. Next up. Ooh, I'd be careful with this one. I'm just one diarrhea parasite away from my goal weight. Listen, I used to say this in my 30s and my 20s. Do not say this and wish this on anybody.
The parasite eating lettuce these days is the new Ozempic.
I am telling you, you do not want that. It is the worst moment of anyone's life. Next up, everything I do is done with the same level of anxiety that a contestant on Chopped has when they're told they have 1 minute left.
Yeah, that's me.
Everybody's like, yeah, it's very scary.
We have 1 minute left.
Next up, your ancestors hunted mammoths with a sphere. You can walk past a goose on the sidewalk, right?
No, they're mean. I'm not doing it.
Next up, bored at work? Tell a random coworker, are you joining this meeting? You don't get to see the reaction, but it's still fun.
Stop it. I can't do it. That's
Next
hilarious.
up, when you're wearing wet socks and you step in, when you're wearing socks and you step into something wet, it's
That's
like,
true.
It's the worst feeling, right?
Yes,
I hate that.
That and the sock falling off the back of your
Correct, yes.
Ruin your day.
What kind of socks do you wear, by the way?
No shows.
You're a no-shower.
I hate when my socks show.
Little tiny sockies, little
And they
socky,
have to
socky,
match.
small sockies for
I
people.
cannot do unmatched
I make fun of
socks.
Brian and Armando out in California because they wear these
Little tiny sockies, little socky
Little
sockies,
socky patakis.
little baby sockies. So
stupid. Wear a cruise sock. Come on.
Ew.
I love them. Next up, is it normal to have inside jokes with yourself, or is that schizophrenia?
That's normal.
Asking for a friend, yeah. Oh my God, this next one, this is for you. The name Gracie Abrams sounds like a girl who gets kicked in the head by a horse and all the teachers make you sign a big card. I found that
so
over the
true.
weekend. It's so true. That is so evil, but it's so
Oh my God, there's somebody named Gracie Abrams watching our show right now. We're sorry, we didn't write the meme.
She's got a new album out. Just a little plug there. That was mean girl energy right there.
Oh, okay.
Next up, when I do laundry, I be wanting to take off the clothes I'm wearing so
Yeah.
everything can be clean. I do this all the
True
time.
story.
I live alone. I do not care. Yes, I want it to be everything
it.
done.
Last one.
Oh, Lordy. I'm doing this to my sister's house. Mixing things up by putting framed quotes meant for the kitchen into the bathroom, and it says, life is short, lick the bowl.
Yeah. Oh my God, can you do that, please?
I'm gonna do, Shannon has them all over her house.
Shannon's
I'm totally
gonna punch you right
I'm
in
gonna
your face.
get I'm gonna get Taylor on it, but I might have
my
to have
God.
a drink at Boat Drinks before I do that. Some liquid every.
Somewhere between lunch and legend, there's a place where the day slips off its mundane. Helmed by Captain Rob and Captain Whitney, part hosts, part legends, part beautifully orchestrated icons. This isn't just a bar, it's a daytime escape portal for people who refuse to live boring lives. Boat Drinks Bar is the vibe to thrive, to stay alive. You didn't plan to stay all afternoon, but Boat Drinks has never been concerned with your plans. Find your escape in Uptown St. Augustine, 123 San Marco Avenue, where the afternoons arrive fashionably late and leave comfortably
green thing went off.
transformed. Boat Drinks.
That's perfect. All right, we are back, and we're going to get into Addie's Reddit Rundown Report. All right, the TLDR is Best of Redditor Update.
Yeah.
All right, the TLDR, I just said that, is my okay, this is a 40-year-old male and a 40-year-old female.
Okay.
My ex-wife wants me to be with her in her last days. Okay? Here's a little bit of a backstory. I met my ex when we were both 10 years old. She is my sister's best friend. So when we've been a kind of a trio growing up. We started dating at 14 and then got married at 23. Things got ugly though, because 5 years after getting married, she told me that she had a month-long affair with her coworker. Apparently the guilt was too much for her, so she confessed.
Well, she told the truth.
We tried to work through it, but after a few months of trying, I knew that despite the fact that I loved her, I just couldn't trust her anymore. She told me that she still loved me and that she'd wait for me and prove that I was the only one. I wanted to believe her, but some things just can't be fixed. We never had kids. 3 years after the divorce, I finally met my now wife, 38-year-old female, and we got married 2 years after dating. She's everything I could have ever dreamed of in a wife and more. And my ex, as my sister told me, they're still besties, never really recovered. She quit her job and is now working in a church. Throughout my relationship with my wife, she kept trying to get back together, and on the day of my wedding, she told me that she still loved me and would love no one else.
Why would you?
She said that this is the last time that she would bother me, but that she'll wait for however long it took. Apparently, she's honest in that regard, and at least because my sister says that she's never been with anyone since. So here's what happened recently. My wife and I, married for 7 years now, have 2 kids, a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. My sister came over with her own kids so the cousins could play. While my wife was out to pick up lunch, my sister sat me down and told me the situation about my ex. Apparently, she has less than 6 months to live. She refused treatment and wants to live the last few months to the fullest. I guess that's why her and my sister really went out of their way to travel despite the pandemic. One thing on her bucket list, though, was that she wanted to feel like my wife again. No sex, no kissing, just wanted me to be around the house. She still lives in the house that we used to live in. And maybe hold her from time to time. I told her I wouldn't do that because that was pretty much emotionally cheating. My sister
Good for
kept
him.
arguing and begging me to at least see her and hear her out. We kept arguing, no screaming. The kids were in the next room with their older daughter until my wife came back. My sister told her the whole story, and while she looked upset, she said that she understood where my ex was coming from. When my sister left, my wife and I talked about it. My wife knows everything that happened in the past with my ex. She says while she isn't thrilled about the idea, she won't get upset if I decided to see her on a regular basis. My wife is literally the best thing that ever happened to me, and I love her more than anyone. She makes me happier than I've ever been in my life, and even in the good times with my ex, she knows I won't cheat. I also have 0 romantic feelings for my ex, so there's nothing lingering there. I don't hate her or anything. It's just that the love that I had for her has long since died. I've been thinking about it for a while. I'm honestly 50-50 about it. I know I don't owe her anything, but I feel like I might regret not seeing her one last time, since the last time I saw her was at my wedding day, and that wasn't a really good encounter for either of us, unless you count the times that I accidentally see her in a store or something. I honestly feel like despite what she did, she still deserves to go with some peace. On the other hand, I'm not entirely sure that this might potentially affect our marriage. My wife says she's okay with it, and I believe her, but I just can't be sure that she'll feel the same way after it happens. I don't want anything to jeopardize what I have right now, no matter what. I'm not thrilled about going by myself, to be honest. Any advice? What should I do?
Well, he loves his wife. You could tell, which is amazing.
I would say bring the wife. Oh, I mean, maybe that's weird. I don't know. It's just very odd. Here's an edit here. Just
Yeah.
want to add that if I ever do this, I won't be acting like a husband or anything inappropriate like that. Just going to see her and talk for a bit. My sister says it's me just being there and sharing a meal with her would be more than enough for her to feel like we were married
Why don't
again.
they just go to a restaurant?
I mean, I'm really trying to
I think
see
that's
end
the
of
thing.
life. I'm trying to
I get
see.
that, but I would not want to be in the house. I think that would make it more uncomfortable for him.
But like if we're talking end of life, we're talking 6 months to live. A restaurant might not be a
'cause you
physically
could get sicker.
moving thing. Yeah, for that. I'm okay with the house part. Like, and I feel like he's completely moved on with his life. He sounds like he's an emotionally secure
yeah,
human
but
being.
here's the thing: what if she tries to do something?
I doubt it. I don't see that
know.
happening here. I just feel like he's
I
an
don't know.
emotionally stable human being. Well, if she does something, then he'll just leave. It's not
Yeah,
like, what's
that's
she going to do?
true.
Run after him? Please.
That's true.
Yeah, update.
Oh, an update.
Yes, an update. Here we go. It's been almost 3 weeks since I've posted, and a lot has happened since. I've got some solid advice from a lot of you guys, and especially who messaged me their own personal experiences. I'd like to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. So
This guy sounds really nice.
Sounds really nice. And here's what happened. As many of you guys suggested, I talked to my wife. We had a long discussion about the whole situation, and I assured her that no matter what, she is and always will be my first priority. I also assured her that while I wanted to say my goodbye, I would would never act like her husband. It would be more like seeing a childhood friend or something like that. I also told her that I would never spend the night, nor would I be alone with her. She was more comfortable after our talk and was pretty okay with the idea of me seeing my ex again. As you guys guessed, she already felt like she was being forced into being okay with it when my sister was asked her, but this time she really was okay. So I talked to my sister after a long heated discussion about what my role would be in the visit. She agreed to the boundaries my wife and I set. A week later, my sister and I came over to our old marital home. It was surreal. While the emotions from years before came back to me, I didn't feel any sadness nor hatred or anything negative. I saw my ex, who was waiting for us in the living room, and she cried when I walked in. Most of you suggested that she was faking it, but while she was still strong, you could tell almost immediately something was wrong with her. I indulged her with a hug, and we talked for a few hours while my sister made lunch. I showed her pictures of my kids and told her stories about what they're like. Honestly, I don't know how I would react after I saw her again, but it just feels like seeing an old friend you haven't seen in a very long time. There was no hate or anything like that. I walked around the house, and it was pretty much the way it was when I left over a decade ago. I'm not really sure how I feel about our wedding photos still framed in pictures from us from over the house, but I really wasn't my place to say anything at that time. The three of us had lunch and played some board games all afternoon. It honestly felt like we were back when we were kids, the three of us, and we would hang out together. It was really nice. I left around 6. She was sad, but she understood. When I hugged her to goodbye, she whispered, "I love you," to me, and then said how she's happy I was able to find the happiness that she couldn't give me. That part got to me, to be honest, and I was fighting back tears. I told her I'd see her again soon, and she asked if I could bring my kids next time. I told her I would and left and to pick up dinner for my family. I told my wife everything that happened, and she was quite happy about the outcome. I guess it helped that I brought home her favorite food, and she also agreed to let me bring the kids next time. Overall, it was a great experience seeing her again. I feel like I needed that and would have regretted not doing so. Again, I'd like to thank everyone who gave me advice. Also, please don't roast my ex too much. She made a mistake and paid the price, but it doesn't mean that she's an evil person. This will be my last update. Thank you very much. What a very nice Reddit.
What a nice guy.
Nice guy, right?
Yeah, and it felt like he said it felt like the three of them hanging out again when they were kids and stuff.
But what was your gut reaction for the dying ex saying, like, you know, she wanted to feel married? I think that was when I was like, some flags on the play on that one, right?
Yeah, that's what made me think she's going to try to make a move.
Yeah. Was it fair? Was it a fair thing to ask him and his current wife? I mean, do you think this is a fair request?
I don't know. I've never been dying.
I think it's a fair request, but I think that there were definitely boundaries and rules that needed. And
well,
they did all the right things here.
Yeah, they put boundaries in place and all of that, and she respected the boundaries. I think that's huge too.
Yeah. So, but I really want to get to the heart of the matter: is where is the line between kindness and emotional cheating? Like, does it move when someone is dying? Like, does that change the trajectory here?
I think it can. Because, you know, we see in movies all the time, you know. I think it can. I don't know.
Yeah. I think kindness is setting your boundaries, and it's fair and equal and beneficial to all concerned.
Yeah, and well, in this day and age, people take kindness for weakness, and then they use it as they take advantage of you with that.
Yeah. I mean, this is a specific isolated story that is very rare. I mean, you oftentimes hear exes trying to get back, you know, with their significant other, and they go through all these lengths of, you know, it's almost like a telenovela, you know, of what they do to get back with each other, or revenge, or, you know, was she going to drug his lunch? You know, we saw Misery,
but I'm glad
Kathy Bates, like,
yes,
you know.
But I'm glad the sister went with him.
I am
she was
glad
there the whole time.
I think a third party person was important in this whole puzzle here, and going back to that childhood and like just doing things that they did as they weren't bumping uglies, you know, when they were little, you know what I mean?
No, just
so
playing games.
I feel like that
things.
was a really big piece to that puzzle.
Yeah.
I think I want to talk about the current wife. I think she is brave. I think she is.
Dude, give her a medal.
Give her a medal. I would have said no. I know I would have. I'd have been like, no, it's not a good idea.
People like that, especially women, don't get enough credit, man.
Yeah. Could you do what the wife did? Is that grace, or is that just too much to ask for a
I'm
spouse?
picturing Jim's ex-wife right now in my head.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hell no.
Right.
He would have been like, screw, no way.
Right.
If you all knew his
But
ex-wife.
if that relationship ended a little bit more amicably, would that have been a different story?
I don't know. That would be.
I know. I'm the same way, Mel. I don't know if I would have agreed with my spouse on this one.
But I can say.
I would have been like, let sleeping dogs lay. Like, it's
But
already
I will
done.
say like this. I will say.
Write her a note.
The
I would have
guy
been like,
in
write her
the
a note.
story. The guy in the story does remind me a lot of my husband.
Yeah.
Because my husband's a very kind-hearted,
Very.
very nice guy. He's the nice one out of the two of us.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but I don't know.
But is there a point that someone has paid enough for the crime that they did?
Yeah, but he said it's
Or is that just the scarlet letter that will live on her forever?
I think it depends on what it is.
I mean, she cheated on with a coworker for a month when they
For a
were
month.
married.
Then, yeah, because you don't really love someone.
Yeah.
You made a bad choice, man.
Yeah.
Just saying.
She told him that she was glad that he found happiness she couldn't give him. What does it take to let go with that much love?
Those kind of lines that people say in those situations are like, pity party for me. I want you to feel bad for me. It'll make you change your mind. That's what that is. That's a mind
You thought
game.
that was more of like a manipulation?
Yes. Yes.
I feel like it was, for me, I feel like it was her letting go and realizing that I'm glad that he could find, the happiness on the other side of the fence. I mean, I look at some people
You
that
and
I've
I
dated
look
that
at-
are
yeah.
married now with kids and things like that. I'm glad that they did that. Though they shared those dreams with me, but they didn't want to do those dreams with me. They wanted to do it with other people. So that's fine, but I am happy that they achieved their dreams.
Yeah.
But I can see where you're coming from, that it could be a slight manipulation, yes.
I'm very
Do we owe
jaded.
others closure, or is that really a gift we give ourselves?
Ooh. I think some situations there is never closure.
Yeah.
I think some situations are unresolved and you just learn to let it go.
And that's the ghost that you have to live with. I guess that's
But I
something
think
that
people use "I need closure" as a way to make themselves feel better about a situation.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's
You
nothing
know?
wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying there is.
I have so many open ends in my life. I can't even write a book right now because all of these stories are so open ended. What's going to happen? Like every single chapter of my life, it's like I never left it like the door is, well, there's some that the door is
There are
completely shut.
some.
But like seriously though, what's going to happen in your next journey in life? You always got to think about this, especially when you're breaking off or you're cutting business ties with
See,
people.
but the difference with you,
It's a small world out
the
there.
way you and I, our brains work, as much as we are like silly and funny, like our brains are very different in that aspect. With me, when I'm done with the situation, I close it. It's done. I don't revisit. The line is in the sand. Boom.
Yeah.
My world's very black and white like that. And unfortunately, the downside of that is the world is full of a lot of gray area.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are, out of the two of us, our relationship, you're definitely the more understanding one.
I'm water.
And compassionate.
I live like water.
Not fire.
I know that I can mold and blend into any
Yeah, you're
kind
better
of
at that than me.
situation. So I mean, different strokes for different folks. I mean, that's
Yeah.
exactly why we have horoscopes. I mean, they're all different walks of life, all different
Yeah, that's
personalities.
true.
I think the current wife needs a medal.
I do too. He better take her on a
It's
vacation.
a great story.
Well, he also brought her favorite food home, so that
Yeah, I mean, this is a really great story and a
I do
really
like this.
emotionally mature story that there was no fire or passion that really kind of ignited and was
no.
more of a distraction. This seemed like a very peaceful way to honor someone's dying wish. And I enjoyed this Reddit
I like
a lot.
this Reddit.
Yeah.
I like that it was like different than what we usually do.
I agree. Let's head over to Panache. Guest every time since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, their guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space, dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission. You gotta get Panache.com and get with it, boo. All right, we got Is This News? Mel sent over 3 incredible stories, and we're going to be the judge and the jury to be like, is this newsworthy or is it not? We'll see what
Let's
happens.
go.
Okay, this first one, Barbara Jean, this is for you. Cheers to the golden years. All right, Sonnies, Mel came clinking into the newsroom today with a story that I have to admit is actually kind of wonderful. It's about happy hour for grandparents.
Yes.
Up in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
The governor just signed a brand new law that the greatest nickname in legislative history, the Grandparents Happy Hour Law. And what it does is simply beautiful. It lets seniors in assisted living communities and nursing homes enjoy a glass of wine or beer at organized social events without their facility having to jump through all the complicated liquor license hoops that used to make it impossible. And get this, Sonnies, the whole thing started because a laundry list of residents had made some action plans. At one facility, the staff realized they were not allowed to host a happy hour. They just couldn't legally serve drinks. No license fit their situation, so the residents advocated, the lawmakers listened, and now the law is taking effect August 1st. Mel,
Yes.
details.
So first of all, they're grown adults, guys. They raised us. They built this country. They survived things that we
Right?
can't even imagine. And somehow along the way, a bunch of paperwork decided they couldn't even toast a friend on Friday.
Yeah. I gotta
But
tell you.
now it's fixed.
Let me tell you a little quick story. I was over at Bayview Healthcare for many, many years. I was the marketing director. It's a giant assisted living facility. It was a 120.
Is it still open?
120. Yes, it's owned by a different company now. 120 bed short term rehab. So there's short term, and then there was an 80 assisted living facility apartments. It was a huge, huge complex. I would volunteer my time to help with activities, and we would have happy hour. So how to make a rum and coke for senior citizens in assisted living is you pour the cup and you pour the coke all the way up to maybe just a quarter from the brim. You take an eyedropper of the rum and go bloom, bloom, bloom. You don't want to get them too shifty, honey. You know how much medications they are taking. They barely know your bumba clap what your
But
name is.
How about this? The second part, one of the residents who fought for this said it perfectly. She said, happy hour really isn't about the drinks at all.
It's not.
It's about connection, laughing, sharing stories from our lives.
It's really awesome.
and
yeah.
it helps fight loneliness. So the
Ooh,
government
you know who we have to
himself
tag
said
in
it's
here?
about dignity.
We have to tag
Monica.
in Heyday Activities
Yeah.
on this and see what Monica has to say about it. I think this is
Listen,
a big win.
I will tell you, at where Morgan's grandmother lives, not Jim's mom, her mom's side.
I understand.
They organize like the happy hour up in Atlanta for them.
Oh, cute.
Her grandmother loves gin.
I got to tell you, activities directors are salt of the earth. What
I
they
say
do.
this is news.
I think this is absolutely news.
News.
All right, let's get over to number 2. The 7'3" officer who chose people over points. What? Imagine you're 7 feet 3 inches tall. That's a foot taller than me.
That's like you.
That's a foot taller than me. You're the tallest people in the room, and you walk into your whole life, everyone, coaches, fans, strangers on the street, keeps telling you the same thing. You have to play basketball. It's your destiny. You know how many times people do this to me too?
You play basketball.
Have to play basketball.
I like to say that to tall people because I'm like, I bet you never heard it before.
All right. So, and then this dude turns around and says, "No, thanks. I don't want to play basketball. I want to help people instead." This is the story of Jordan Wilmore. Jordan was one of the tallest players in college basketball. The path was right there, Sonnies. The fame, the money, the whole dream. The most people would give anything for. But here's the thing: it was everybody else's dream, not his. What Jordan actually wanted was to serve his community. So he trained, he put in the work, and he was just sworn in as a police officer in Texas, a little waterfront town southeast of Houston. Kemah, Texas. Okay, and Sonnies, he might just be one of the tallest police officers in the entire country. In fact, get this, he's got some encouragement along the way from a fella who knows something about being big and being a lawman, Shaquille O'Neal himself.
So here's why this story matters. It's so easy to let the world tell you who you're supposed to be and live underneath different labels that people give you, especially when you've got an obvious talent, an obvious path, and an obvious should.
God, that reminds me of my senior year yearbook. And when, like the yearbook committee decides
Yeah, I got
whatever.
best physique.
You got best physique?
With this football player named
We
Mr.
did
Raby.
most likely what you will become.
Oh, what were you gonna become?
RuPaul. And they did it. No, but they did it so that they thought that that would be like an insult. But for me, as a kid, I took that as like, my God, what a compliment. It's just so funny how like different people can put these different labels
Yeah.
of like what you're supposed to fit
And
into.
then you eventually try to put yourself in that box.
I mean,
you know?
to be the absolute queen of the world, which is RuPaul. I mean, that
true.
wasn't insulting to me. That wasn't emancipation to me. But it was the actions of the yearbook staff should have been
Yeah, you
reprimanded
guys,
in that
this-
different day and age. And now,
I
but
love this, but he, obviously,
Me too.
he
I love this
can't
story.
play undercover cop because he's like giant.
well, I mean, a lot of people won't mess with the best. I mean,
No, that's
7'3", right? This
So-
is pretty cool because everybody had a dream for him, but he had a dream
And he
himself.
said, "Nah, I don't want that dream.
Yeah, I think it's newsworthy.
I think it's news.
I don't care what Addie has to say. I think it's newsworthy.
What is happening? My computer's doing weird.
Oh,
things. Whoa.
poor thing. Poor thing.
Oh my God, what's happening?
News number 3. The house that came with roommates. All right, Sonnies, here we go. Mel came in with this next
Yeah,
one.
get ready, friends.
And I have to tell you, it's a slithering story. Tyler and Laura Baldwin bought an abandoned 1830s house in Pine Grove, Pennsylvania, back in 2020.
This story gave me the heebie-jeebies when I sent it to you.
Ready, yes. And this was a fixer-upper in the truest sense, Sonnies. The main level had no floors. The grand staircase was falling down. Reminds me of Money Pit with Tom Hanks back in the day. The kitchen was gone entirely, and they knew they were signing up for years of hard, loving restoration. But what they did not sign up for were the snakes. Because the house had sat empty for years, the whole property had become a wildlife paradise. Mice, rabbits, frogs, and there's where a buffet like that are going to be snakes. Black snakes, water snakes, and venomous copperheads. In fact, the very day they took ownership, Tyler watched a black snake climb up the side of one of their giant sycamore trees hunting for duck eggs. Welcome home. Ooh. And here's the kicker. Tyler says that he's naturally terrified of snakes. And here's... He's out there living in the woods and what jokingly calls 1,000 of them with a toddler, a dog, and a baby on the way. So Mel, this couple, an old house, some snakes, give me some deets.
Okay, first of all, this man is terrified of snakes and bought a house that came with a snake convention. So it's not a home purchase, that's a horror movie with a mortgage.
God's sake.
But here's what he did. This is the part I love. He didn't reach for poison. He didn't declare war. He and Lauren learned that the black snakes actually help. They eat rodents and they keep dangerous copperheads away. So instead of harming any wildlife, they changed the house. They cleared out the junk piles and overgrowth. They filled the holes where mice were nesting. They restored the pond and even turned a dangerous abandoned pool into a beautiful garden. And get this. You guys ready? They planted mint all around the house because snakes naturally don't like it. That's not extermination, that's harmony.
I didn't know
and
that.
Third, I visually cannot stop thinking about it. When a big snake does show up, this terrified man grabs a 6-footer, picks it up heroically, and relocates it far away unharmed.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, this is crazy.
I think it's news, though, because it shows even if you're terrified of something, you can figure out a way to make it work.
I think if this is considered news,
I would have sold the house.
I think that it's interesting on the techniques that they did.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to kill everything, they tried to redirect everything.
But also, too, the agent who sold the house has to, by law, disclose things like that.
Well, they bought it without knowing. So, are you saying that maybe the agent might be under review for?
I would have immediately been like, "Why didn't you? You were supposed to inform me."
Yeah, I mean, there was another story about them going into the house and touring the house, and they were crawling up the wall. So that's kind of freakish too.
I'm itchy.
Yeah, it's a crazy story, but like, what would you do in that situation? Is this news?
I think it's news because this kind of stuff does happen to people.
I actually learned some things about this. I didn't know about the mint, so I'm going to pass it through very barely. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
very nice. We will see what you guys are saying in comments right there. Let's get into
Bin
Bin
39.
39.
Bin 39, the hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine since 2016. This is your secret getaway to a fabulous time. It's tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn, and this charming spot boasts a courtyard setting that's straight out of a dream at the north end of St. George Street. Their wine collection features over 85 unique gems, is a journey into the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers. They're open daily from 8 to 8 and Thursday to Sunday from 1 to 7. You got to check them out. Bin 39.
Okay, we're back. And we're getting into Hey Girl, Hey horrible horoscopes.
Oh, Lord, Mom, we're up. So is Tiff.
That's right. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini on deck today. All right, Aries. This week, you will start a fight in the self-checkout line over a coupon that expired in 2019. Lose and then discover the item was free anyway. On Thursday.
That is the stuff that happens to me.
Totally, yes.
That's my luck.
On Thursday, your GPS will confidently route you into a lake.
That's what happens.
You will blame Mercury. Mercury has an alibi. Mercury was with me. The universe suggests you can sit down now, but you won't because sitting down is for people who give up. Which brings us nearly to why nobody carpools with you anymore.
I love when people don't carpool
Nope.
with me.
Yeah, you don't really carpool much.
No.
All right,
I don't
Taurus.
like driving.
There we go.
Tippers.
This week, your one joy, the snack you've been saving, the good snack, the emotional support snack, will be
husband will eat
eaten
it.
by someone else in your household. And they will not confess, and you will know, and you will say nothing, and it will fester for 11 years.
Oh, my God.
Your back will go out doing something heroic like bending, and that appliance you've been ignoring with the weird noise, Thursday, Taurus, it picks Thursday. Buy the extended warranty on your own body while you're at it.
Oh, God.
Tiff, you got a lot of things to unpack
She
on that
actually
one.
does have a lot going on right now.
Gemini, this week you will send a text about someone to that someone, and there is no coming back from it. And honestly, good. You'll try to smooth it over with a voice memo, which somehow makes it worse. It always does. Then both of your personalities will get into an argument with each other in the shower, and neither of you will win. Your FBI agent has requested a transfer. He says it's not you, it's entirely you.
I cannot. Oh, my God, you guys.
All right, Sonnies, that's a wrap on this muggy Magic Monday.
For real.
We chilled, we thrilled, we laughed, we thrived, and most importantly,
We survived.
yes, we did. We will be back in the studio. What time tomorrow?
9 a.m.
That's right, friends. And we've got a very exciting author that's coming to the table. Going to be talking all things about St. Augustine tomorrow. Hit that share button,
Do
Sonnies.
it.
Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, Sonnies.
Bye, guys.
And we share the show.
We can share the show.
Yes, we can now share the show.
Hit that little
Arrow.
Just share the damn
it,
show.
Share it, share it, share
Share
my
it.
body, share
Share it.
it.
Share my-